Hello. I wanted to let you know what I look like because I haven't been able to find a program where we can see each other in real time. So when you hear my voice, perhaps you can remember this face. I'm a little bit older now, but I'm not going to tell you how much older I am from that picture. Okay, we were dealing with some geometry problems, and I wanted to review the formulas. Formulas are very important in geometry, and you need to memorize a lot of them. So the formula for perimeter was 2 times length plus width. And when you think about perimeter, you're thinking about the space around, say, your yard. Say you're going to put the fence, and you're going to put it around your yard, and you need to measure it. So how do I measure it to get my answer? So when I go to the hardware store, I know what to buy. Well, right there's your answer with perimeter. You always do what's in the parentheses first, so you're going to do length plus width, and then you're going to multiply that times 2, because you have a length and a width, but then you have another length and a width, so you have to account for 4 sides. The other night, I think, when I sent you the email, I put a little times sign next to the 2. You really don't have to do that, and you won't see it very often that way. It'll just have the 2 next to the parentheses, or it might be a 3, or whatever. But anyway, when you that means multiplication. Okay, so now let's go to area. And real life situation would be, oh, my carpet is so old and I want to get rid of it so bad, and I'm going to go buy some carpet. So what you have to do is you have to measure the length and the width, but you have to multiply those 2 together because you're getting square units or square feet. I think it was yards in the problem the other night. So how many of, say, instead of a long piece of carpet, you were going to get all these little yard pieces, these little rectangles, and you need to know how many to buy. Okay, so that's why you do the length times the width, and that'll give you your answer squared. Now, with volume, it's like a 3D object. Area and perimeter are more like on a plane, but and I don't mean an airplane, I mean like a piece of paper. It doesn't really have any width. So you have to measure, multiply length times width times height. And that's the problem that we were working on for today. So boxes are being loaded onto a ship. There are 4 boxes that are 2 feet tall, 3 feet wide, and 4 feet long each. Another 2 boxes are added after that, each of which is 2 feet wide, 2 feet long, and 1 foot tall. How much total volume in cubic feet is taken up by all of the boxes that are loaded? So I made a little visual here. I got our 4 larger boxes and our 2 smaller boxes, and they're gonna, say the captain of the ship, he wants to know, well, how much space are those boxes going to use up, because I need, put some more cargo on there. So we need to let him know. All right, so let's use our formula for volume, which is length times width times height. We can find the volume of the first cube by multiplying 2 times 3, which is 6, times 4, which is 24. So that equals 24. We're talking about feet. And when you have length, width, and height, then you put a little bitty 3 there, and that's what that means. That means you're talking about length, width, and height. That's cubed. It's called cubed in cubic feet. Okay, but we're not finished, because that was just for 1 cube. Now, the word problem says we have 4 of these, so we need to multiply our answer by 4. So if you take 24 feet cubed times 4, that gives you the answer of 96 feet cubed. Okay? But we still aren't finished, because what about these 2 little boxes over here? We have to find the volume of 2 more boxes. let's use the formula. Volume equals length times width times height. So we're going to do 1 times 2, which is 2, 2 times 2, which is 4, and that equals 4 feet cubed. Now, we need to multiply that by 2 because that's just the answer for one of them. So we have to multiply it by 2, and we're going to do 4 feet times 2 equals 8 feet cubed. Now there's one last thing we need to do. We've got our answer for the big cubes, we've got our answer for the smaller cubes, or they're actually rectangles, I'm sorry. There's one more last thing, you have to add the two numbers together. So 96 feet cubed plus 8 feet cubed equals 104 feet cubed. And that is our final answer. Now after this, I would ask the child how they found their answer, and we would work together to see what went wrong and hopefully solve the problem. So that's it for now.